Talking a lot this week about the fact that President Obama is back on the campaign trail and he's lashing out at President Trump and hoping that that will have spin-off effect that will help Democratic candidates. But now we're learning that President George W. Bush who's really hung back and enjoyed his retirement, is ready to get out on the campaign trail again as well. He's going to be campaigning for Josh Hawley, who's running against Claire McCaskill in Missouri, and also Rick Scott, who is running against Nelson in Florida. So that's going to be interesting to watch with a sitting Republican president, Juan, and a former president who's coming out to support these candidates. Well,
so the interesting dynamic here, Martha, is that George W. Bush is going to Florida and Missouri, not Donald Trump. Both Republican candidates do not want Trump with them. I mean, Rick Scott, I was surprised, but he seems to be distancing himself from Trump.
Mark, why do you think that is?
That's ridiculous. I mean, Donald Trump is actually very popular in Florida. His popularity is very high there in the state. That's not true. That's just not true, Juan. He's going to be campaigning in Florida, and the reality is, look, I'll tell you what I know George W. Bush. I'll tell you what he's not going to do. He's not going to do what Barack Obama did, which is to break the norms of the presidency and go after his successor. One of the great things that I respect about President Bush is he set such an example of decency and grace for 8 years, not attacking his predecessors. Until now, the first campaign political speech he's given was only in 2016 for his brother Jeb. And he never went after Barack Obama, despite the fact that he undid his policies, blamed him for every mistake and every problem he inherited. Yeah. And for Barack Obama to go out and attack Donald Trump the way he did was a shameful act of political hackery.
I just want to say, Juan, in terms of what he would likely say on the campaign trail, he's going to talk about the economy. Yeah. He's going to talk about the improving economy. He's probably going to talk about the international scene as well. He is a voice that can perhaps kind of cut through some of what some people don't like about President Trump and say, let's actually look what's going on in your life and whether or not you'd be better off with someone who supports his policies or not.
Yeah, I think that what it harkens back to is a more stable and true Republican Party. He's there as part of the, what is now derided as Republican establishment, but that is very appealing to people who want to be reassured that their vote for a Republican is not a vote for Trump. And I think that's why George W. Bush is going back out there. I think there's a big difference, by the way, Mark, between having Donald Trump as your successor and having Barack Obama as your successor.
Well, that's how we felt about Barack Obama,
I don't think so. I don't think the numbers don't indicate that.
I
know you didn't like him, but I don't think it's to the level we are at today.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you next time.
See you, Martha.
More breaking news tonight on the man at the center.